Alright, so now we're back at it again. In this lesson, we're going to look at how to set meta title and description in SEOPress. First thing first, in the earlier lesson, we talked about SEOPress Universal Meta Box, and I had actually enabled Universal Meta Box. What I'm going to do is, since I'm using the Gutenberg plugin, I want everything to be done inside the editor itself. Since I'm not using a page builder, I'm going to revert back the options so we can look at how to do things like how it is in a classic builder. But if you have the page builder, you're using Elementor or whatever else to optimize your content, make sure you have, if you want to make it easy, enable the Universal Meta Box. It's much simpler, right? So let me go back to my classic editor view, and then I can see all my options. I will set title and description on the page level from here itself. So let it load up really fast. So we have this content, we have this piece of content called how to install a WordPress plugin. It's basically a guide, it's a step-by-step guide on how to install a plugin, and actually the example being used is also SEOPress's install, I believe. So it's a significantly long content, right? One of the things, right, so if you remember from our slides earlier on page SEO, there's a few things. So optimizing meta tags being meta title and description. What are meta title and description? It's basically, if you inspect this content, there's a title and a description, right? So on search engines, what happens is whenever you search something and the results come out, it shows the title and the description, and that's what makes it clickable or non-clickable, right? So if you want to control what's seen on search engines, it's called title and description, right? The meta title. So there's a few things that search engines use to detect if a content is relevant or not. If someone's searching in Google how to install a WordPress plugin, and you want to show these so that it gets clicked, or you want to tell search engine that, hey, your content is relevant to that keyword, which is how to install a WordPress plugin, then your content should be shown, and this is how it's going to be shown, and that's what you're going to set up with the instructions now. Okay, so let's say you have your content written, you have a headline, you have all the body, you have table of contents plugin in there, you have all the contents written down, right? So how to do it, what are the ways to do it, and then you also then go more into explaining the most important plugins to install on your WordPress website, because you feel like after you instruct them how to install, maybe you should also help them saying what are some of the most important plugins that they should install, you know. So that's what this content includes. But my primary objective in this is how to set up a title and description, right? Because I want to show it in a certain way where it looks interesting for people to click if they see it on search engine and get that click to the website. Okay, so it's very straightforward. That SEO meta box is already here, and the title settings is where you actually set up your title and description, right? So the title is here. The content is about how to install a WordPress plugin, so that's what I wrote, and then that's what it is. And then on the description, I say, learn how to install a plugin on a WordPress website, add plugins from the admin dashboard, or file upload, or via FTP. So there's 3 different options, explaining in a step-by-step guide, right? I might actually answer by saying explain visually in a step-by-step guide. Now here's the thing, SEOPress says that my character limit is 1 more than how much Google recommends, or in terms of pixels. Everything is calculated in terms of pixels, right? It's not actually characters, it's pixels. So it says, hey, it's longer than it's needed. So I can always make it shorter. So I could say learn how to install a plugin on a WordPress website. Instead of that, I could say how to install a WordPress plugin. How to install a WordPress plugin to your install WordPress plugin. How to install a WordPress plugin how to install a WordPress plugin from your admin dashboard or file upload. Explain visually in a step-by-step guide. So it's shorter, it's more direct to the point. I'm hoping to get a click because I have 3 different options, right? I could even make it better, right? How to install a WordPress plugin easily, right? So even better, you know, I say easily, visually. So that's what I type in here to get the click, and it's shown over here, right? So it gives you two options. It can show you how it looks on desktop, which is this, and if you click on mobile view, that's what it is. Once you have this entered, you click on update, and then it'll automatically send it to the SEO plugin automatically sets it up and then updates the title tag and description. Okay, so let's actually do one thing. Am I using excerpt? Okay, great, I am, that's why. Let's do this, click update. There's a reason I tell you, and I'll tell you later, but what I've told my website is actually I'm not controlling from here. I'm using a universal, as in bulk optimization. That's why whatever I have here might get overridden by the SEOPress plugin. But if you don't have a override factor already set up, then that's what you do. You put over here and here, and it'll show you or tell Google search engine what to show when people see this content if it's ranked on the search engines, right? But I'll show you what I mean in terms of global title and description in a bit. But you know how I updated this, right? So learn how to install a WordPress plugin easily, step by step. If I were to refresh this front end content, you will see the same thing. How to install a WordPress plugin easily from your admin dashboard or file over via explained visually in a step by step. So easily and visually was what was added, and it's there, right? So that's literally what it is. So it's updated, and that's what's going to be indexed by Google, and that's how this will also change. So it'll next time say easily and easily and visually step by step, you know. So that's how you control meta title and description in SEOPress.